The sodomy charges form the cornerstone of the UMNO attacks, but there are other common themes as well. Is Anwar an agent of America?
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. His relations with the United States and the United States government has been well documented since he was Deputy Prime Minister. And he's too close to
Americans. Is he an agent of the Jews? I think is another one of your quotes.
Well, he's too close to certain interests in the United States and certain interests that are aligned to certain factions.
Is he anti-Malay?
Well, his policy platform today, if you look at it today, I think leaves much to be desired as far as the Malay community is concerned.
This is about the future of Malaysia.
Thank you.
No, I vote for you.
You vote for him?
I'm his lawyer.
You have to vote for him then.
Of course.
Kamar Ainya, a Sharia law expert, is handling Anwar's case in the religious courts.
The people know that this is all drum-up charges, so they are no longer shocked, I think.
Anwar is now charging Saiful with slander. Whether he can overcome the political damage these accusations have caused or not, the Saiful affair is going to haunt Anwar for a long time to come.
So you could have the situation where Anwar could be convicted in a criminal court and Saiful could be convicted for slander in a religious court.
Yes. But we don't think that will happen.
Anwar's legal ordeals have only just begun, but for now he's sticking to his message about race, corruption and nepotism in Malaysia. It's election day and Anwar's party has issued a high alert after claiming a scam is unfolding involving the registration of illegal voters. Supporters discover 5 busloads of people from out of town, allegedly carrying false IDs and sent in to vote for UMNO.
This is the phantom voter, suspect phantom
The phantom buses with the false voters, yeah?
There's at least 5 buses load.
They've surrounded and delivered the buses to the police, but the police arrests that follow take all by surprise. 2 of the men who captured the buses are taken into captivity.
Okay, move.
Within moments of a crowd gathering to protest, the police respond predictably. Whatever the situation, no one in Malaysia would dare stand their ground on the approach of the Malaysian riot squad.
What happened to the phantom voters? They're still in the police station. So they arrested the people that caught them?
Yes.
And now they're chasing you?
They're chasing us away.
I'd get out of here.
All right.
Good luck.
Government is fucked.
As the votes start to come in, it seems that the crowds gathering outside the electoral office tell their own story. Anwar supporters gather in one half of the field. The other side is set aside for the government supporters. By early evening, the trend is clear.
I don't think it's a resounding rejection of those personal attacks. Yeah. And the people don't want anything to do with that sort of politics anymore.
Anwar delivers a thumping victory, doubling the vote of his UMNO opponent and leaving little doubt that Malays have also voted for him in droves. A night of celebration, but Anwar appears anxious. Relieved at getting over the line perhaps, but he'd have little doubt that it's just the starting line that he's crossed. Back in Kuala Lumpur, the aftermath of the election has brought a new headache for Rajapetra.
As long as we're still close, I'm not going to talk. No compromise.
The Communications Authority has blocked access to his website, Malaysia Today.
So what's happened?
Yeah, they shut me down, and then they say, let's talk. How to get you back online? I say, I'm not going to talk, you know. You get me back online, then we talk. As long as I'm still shut. I will not negotiate under duress, you know.
Raja Petra believes that the authorities are closing in on him and others who've put themselves on the line for Anwar. It's not just the government who are now wondering whether Anwar is bluffing in his claim that he can take power this month.
Well, I suppose Anwar has to deliver. He has promised the nation 16 September there's going to be a regime change. No one asked him to promise. No one gave him that deadline. No one said, Anwar, we want a new government on the 16th September. He volunteered that date, he committed that date, and he repeated it. Come 16 September, which is Malaysia Day, if Anwar somehow does not form a new government, I think millions are not only going to be disappointed, but they're going to totally lose confidence in him. Anwar's credibility will take such a beating.
He's resting on this date, right? He's really...
Oh, yes.
Well, you've got through stage one. What is stage two?
Well, we're now in the midst of discussions, negotiations with the friendly parties and members of parliament. And they are, of course, under very intense pressure. For now, it is still very much on track.
Anwar is holding his cards close to his chest.
I can't state the actual numbers for now,
but he has no doubt that his coalition is holding, and since the by-election, that he also has ethnic Malays on board his movement.
It's not a question of not achieving our target on 6 September. The wave and the mood are far too strong for them to put in check, short of declaring a state of emergency or taking some very brutal action. Even then, I would have thought it's going to be certainly quite too late.
The threat of September 16 isn't phasing Khairi Jamaluddin.
Well, of course, I mean, as the date comes closer, there are a lot of rumours, there are a lot of chatter. You hear a lot of chatter going about. But I think we know our legislators better than Anwar Ibrahim does. And I believe that the 16th of September will not happen. And he's staked a lot of his credibility on this, and it's for him to prove, and not for us to prove anything.
It's Independence Day in Kuala Lumpur, and all of the state's agencies are on parade. For 51 years they have marched for Malaysia and for the UMNO party, one and the same for many. September 16 will see whether they're marching for new masters or perhaps chasing down the supporters of a failed tilt at power.
And if Anwar doesn't form the government, Anwar will be in jail together with me.